Yeah?
Yeah.
Yo guys, what's good? So today we'll be talking about HIIT versus steady state cardio. Just, like when you should be doing it and like the benefits of each one, which is more efficient for fat loss, stuff like that. So right here I have with me Gurjap from M3.
How's it going, guys?
We're gonna be kind of talking, like I'll be asking him questions about HIIT versus steady state cardio and keep it like interactive, that kind of stuff. And just give you guys as much knowledge and growth, like Gurjap always says.
Sounds good.
Right? Just like that. So first thing is, what is it? Like, what is HIIT cardio? What is steady state cardio? Or HIIT might not even cardio, right? So like, what is HIIT?
Okay, yeah. So let's start off with just HIIT. So basically, what HIIT stands for is high intensity interval training.
Okay.
And with that, what you're usually doing is you're doing hardcore sets where you're going at it for, like, let's say 45 seconds, and you're doing one or two exercises where you can do like a 20 second, and then you're gonna have a 15 seconds break.
Okay.
But it's very common to see, let's say you did 35 mountain climbers, stood up, took your 15-second rest, and then went for, let's say, 30 squats. Okay. So it's all really up to you how you want to program it.
Okay.
But usually that's the concept, is done to like a 2-to-1 ratio.
Okay, it's like high intensity, right?
Yeah. So the goal is usually to, like, the intensity to keep it to nearly like 80 to 90% plus.
Shit. Okay.
So you want to be really working. You want your heart rate going. You're most likely gonna be huffing and puffing.
Okay. So that's where you see like all these Instagram videos where like people are just killing it, and usually it just says like HIIT cardio on the bottom where they're doing a bunch of exercises.
Yeah.
30 seconds, 30-second rest, and then start again
Then repeat,
without much break. So and then compared to that, what would be steady state cardio?
So steady state cardio is more like a traditional type of cardio where you would go on a run and you're maintaining a consistent pace.
Okay.
So, and with that, usually, like, let's say we use a 1 to 10 scale of difficulty, 10 being really difficult.
Okay.
You're going to be maintaining around 6 to 7, and in some cases you can go up to 8, but usually you're kind of getting away from that because you're going to start feel a bit more fatigue kicking in.
Okay.
You might be adding breath. Because with steady state, what you want to do is maintain a certain level, so you're making your body efficient working at that energy level.
Okay, so you kind of like stuff like walking.
Yeah, so walking is a great type of steady state, but let's say you start off week 1, you're walking very slow pace, just taking casual stroll.
Okay.
Week 2 or 3, you can increase intensity, and you might even get a little bit of sweat.
Yeah.
And the goal is to maintain that pace throughout the entire walk.
So like you technically wouldn't be compared to HIIT cardio or HIIT training, you wouldn't be like huffing and puffing as much, right? You'd be kind of, it's like almost like a relaxed version of a HIIT, like in a simplified version.
In a sense, yeah.
In a sense, like a.
Because HIIT training, you're training. What you're doing is you're working so hard.
Okay.
You're getting more increased metabolic response.
That's what you mean.
And cardio, like with walking and stuff, there's actually a lot of health benefits.
Okay.
But it's just that the intensity's a lot more reduced.
Okay. So like, let's just stay on that topic. I know you were mentioning energy systems.
Yeah.
What's the difference in the energy system being used for HIIT training compared to the steady state cardio? Like, what's the benefit of each energy system? Per se.
For sure. Yeah. So with HIIT training, you're mainly going to be targeting your anaerobic system.
Okay.
So that's basically saying your body's going to be producing energy without the use of oxygen. Why? Because you're huffing and puffing your body using quick energy. Yeah. You're trying to get out the maximal force as fast as possible.
Okay.
So you're going to be really working, right? That's usually the anaerobic state system works, and you sometimes do get a little bit of glycolytic, but that also depends on how long your set is.
Okay.
Majority of the time, you want to stay between that 45 to 30-second range for your working set.
Okay. So would, like, say for example, when you're training, feeling bicep curls, right?
Yeah.
You feel that burn after like 15 reps.
Yeah.
Does that qualify as anaerobic? Energy system, or
what would happen is, let's say the first 10 seconds of your bicep set, right?
Yeah.
You don't feel as much of a burn, but you're able to produce the maximal force. You're going at it. You're working. You're pumping the weight.
Yeah.
But then you hit 11th or 12th rep and boom, it's like you hit a wall.
Yeah.
And you can't move the weight anymore. At that point, what's happening is your body's converting to the glycolytic energy system. Okay. Which is basically just going to be funneling lactic acid to produce energy.
Okay. So that wouldn't really be HIIT training.
No, not really.
Unless you combine a bunch of other exercises together and kind of make it into it, right?
Exactly. But in general, most people usually, when it comes to HIIT training, you're not going to be doing isolation workouts. Okay. It's going to be more compound, full body workouts.
Perfect. Yeah, that's what I was trying to clarify, right? Yeah. Okay, so that kind of stuff. And then what's the energy system for steady state?
So with steady state, usually you're going to be working in the oxidative energy system, and
Okay.
with that, what's happening is your energy system is there's oxygen, so it becomes
Okay.
aerobic versus
Oxygen.
anaerobic,
Okay.
where there's HIIT.
Okay.
And with oxygen, your body's gonna be utilizing the oxygen to reproduce ATP, which is basically the energy.
Okay.
So that's the real difference.
Okay.
But what is pretty cool in fact is that even though, let's say you're doing HIIT training,
Yeah.
or you're doing aerobic,
Yeah.
there will be at all times all three of them are working together.
Okay.
It's just the level of like the
Intensity.
percentage of what's
Okay.
really working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so like staying on that topic, okay,
Yeah.
so we kind of know the difference between the energy systems being used.
Uh-huh.
Say, what would be the benefit of using the anaerobic energy system
Mhm.
compared to aerobic?
Okay.
And then is one better than the other, or what's good?
Yeah, so with starting off with anaerobic,
Yeah.
anaerobic is great for when you're producing maximum force, you're doing things
Okay.
in short bursts. So like
Okay.
let's say you're doing a sprint.
Okay.
Or something we love to do in the gym are sled pushes or battle ropes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're doing those for about 10 to 30 seconds,
Yeah.
most of the time you're gonna stay in that anaerobic state.
Okay.
And then, but let's say you try to go on for a longer time. That's where that aerobic kicks in.
Okay.
And the benefits of the anaerobic is you get more muscle power, force,
Okay.
you're able to produce. You're basically in a sense getting stronger and in a shorter distance.
Okay.
And when it gets to the aerobic, you're
Yeah.
able to go on for longer. So you're building endurance.
Okay.
That's a little bit of the difference.
Okay, so like, just because the amount of force and amount of effort you put in the anaerobic system by doing HIIT training, you probably can't do it as much, right?
No, absolutely not. So
Right.
that's why like the usually 0 to 10 seconds is what we kind of look at it is so when you're doing a quick sprint, the amount of time you do, let's say you did like 40 meter dash, that is all anaerobic.
Okay.
And that doesn't mean
Because you're going all out.
you're going all out,
Okay.
full, literally doing a full send.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then what's happening is metabolically you got the ATP PC system, which basically
Okay.
what's
Okay.
happening there is you're just using creatine. And that's why
Okay.
when you do supplement with creatine,
Yeah.
you're literally building up those stores. So when you do train at the anaerobic state, you're actually able to produce or go longer.
That's why they give that advertisement. It's like you get one extra rep. if
Exactly.
Take creatine.
There you go.
Okay, that kind of
That's
stuff.
where like a little bit of the marketing kicks in.
Okay, so for example, like say, let's bring all of it together, right?
Uh-huh.
For fat loss purposes.
Okay.
How would someone go about setting up their cardio workouts? Like, would you suggest them doing like 2 HIIT sessions a week and then 1 steady state, or like what? And like obviously it depends on
Okay.
their fitness level and like
Yeah,
how much
absolutely.
experience they
Uh-huh.
have. That's a big factor. But an average person, trying to lose like 10, 15 pounds, how would you start off their cardio journey?
Yeah, so
you know?
what, like,
Yeah.
the best thing to do, honestly,
Yeah.
because everyone is a bit different.
Yeah.
Options, choose what works for you.
Yeah,
But
okay.
as a beginner, what you would want to do is start off with introducing something steady state, low intensity.
Okay.
Why? Because you don't know. Usually, because you've been sedentary for a while.
Yeah.
You introducing going straight into HIIT training, you're gonna feel like crap, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna feel like you're blacking out, you're tired, exhausted.
You're not gonna want to
And-
go to the gym.
Exactly, and you
Yeah.
actually may feel demotivated, like, oh, I couldn't do it.
Okay.
So what you do is start off with a walk.
Okay.
And slowly increase intensity,
Awesome.
but at the same time, do include some type of resistance training. That's very important.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that another
Yeah,
time.
that's another topic, but
But
Yeah.
so aside from the resistance training, what you want to do is as you build a foundation,
yeah.
is start introducing the HIIT training.
Okay.
You can even introduce a HIIT training initially,
Yeah.
but you want to lower the intensity. So maybe instead of doing like a 30 to 45 seconds working set,
Okay.
you do it 15 seconds, 30-second rest. Or then you just play around with the time variables.
Okay.
Or you can ask someone else for help. And there's a lot of help on the internet nowadays.
Okay.
Just make sure you do your research and you're getting the right information basically.
Okay. So once someone has, say for example, okay, they've lost like the first 5-6 pounds.
Uh-huh.
They've been doing steady state cardio or like stairmaster or walking.
Okay.
Now they want to introduce HIIT sessions.
Yep.
What would be like some examples of HIIT sessions they can do like a normal average gym or even at their house? Like how you were mentioning in the start.
Yeah.
Goblet squats, mountain climbers, and all that
Yeah,
bodyweight stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
a quick like workout right off the bat would be like, okay, you know what? You start off, you do 15 high knees.
Okay.
Take a 10-second break.
Okay.
30-second, whatever you may be, because you think of it, you're still a beginner.
Okay.
And don't think of this as a bad thing. Why? Because
Okay.
the best thing is you're actually starting and you're working your way towards an end goal.
Okay.
No reason to give up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's say you start off with that 15 seconds high knees, take a break, then you go to 15, 20 seconds of mountain climbers.
Yeah. Okay.
Or then after that take a break and
Yeah.
then go do a sprint.
Yeah.
and you can mix it up. There's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of
You
variations.
can have fun with
do.
it. Yeah.
Exactly, and you want to do things that you like.
Okay.
And obviously, there's gonna be times where you do things that you don't like.
Yeah.
But that's exercise, right?
Okay, and stuff like you can probably do like battle ropes, sled pushes, and that kind
Oh
of
yeah,
stuff.
in the gym setting you could do a lot
gym
more.
setting,
'Cause you
yeah.
got, then it also varies on what equipment you have.
Yeah.
But in the gym, like if you have a sled at the gym,
Yeah.
sled push,
Send that shit. Yeah.
go for it. You're
Yeah.
pushing, right?
So you would go like say like back and forth, so say 10, 15 seconds, ball out,
Yeah.
30-second rest, something like that.
Yeah.
Interval training. Okay.
Yeah, because what interval training is, you're working at such high intensities.
Okay.
You're getting more metabolic adaptation and more metabolic
Okay.
stress.
Okay.
So which will lead to certain health benefits.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So like I think in general, just to simplify everything, for fat loss purposes, don't just think one is better than the other.
Yeah.
They both have their benefits, as Gurchop clearly mentioned,
Yeah.
and they both have their depends on your fitness level, right? What you can possibly do based on your experience, what you have fun doing. If you don't like getting killed every single time, probably don't do many.
Don't basically don't overexert
Yeah,
yourself, right?
you're not gonna get results if you don't do something consistently, right? That's
Absolutely.
with everything you do.
Yeah.
Just like start with the walk if you're just starting out.
Mm-hmm.
Add a couple more steady state cardio sessions in. Then maybe do some HIIT sessions.
Absolutely.
We always post about it. He has some videos on his page.
Yeah.
I got some videos on my page.
Yeah.
Like reach out to people, but. Yeah, just basically that's the concept. Slowly add stuff into it, and
Exactly.
one's not the better than the other.
Yeah.
You gotta work in both energy systems. Anything you want to add?
Yeah. So, like aside from everything Ronan just said,
Yeah.
literally the best thing you could do for yourself is once you've started,
Yeah.
keep going, be consistent with it, and with the amount of information and sources that are out there, don't hesitate to ask. You can ask me, myself, or even Ronan.
Yeah.
We're guys in the industry, we're learning,
Yeah.
we're adapting, we're trying to help you guys.
100%.
So never hesitate,
Yeah.
and just keep pushing, keep growing.
Yes,
And
sir.
everything's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye bye.